What's good? This is Marcus the Fingers. In my music room here, and working on Spitfire Audio, incredible sound company where they come up with a lot of string orchestral cinematic stuff, plugins and things, very high quality sounds. They started a project. It may have been a couple of years ago, maybe even last year, called Pianobook, where it's basically a user submitted library source. Right now, they're at over 200 instruments. And it started out with Christian Henson putting a call out for all music creators to sample their pianos and just upload their pianos to this library. And it sort of branched out from there. Now there are all kinds of instruments, drum instruments, flute instruments, strings, other woodwinds, percussion, other percussion instruments. So I actually went through the other day. I've always had in my mind that I wanted to submit demos because sampling, I'm not a big sampler as far as creating instruments and stuff like that, but I can make music. So I wanted to contribute to this cause. So I've actually spent I actually spent about an hour or two today just coming up with some demos. So here I am on my computer here using LogicProX. I just upgraded from GarageBand a couple weeks ago as part of this deal that Apple's doing. You can do a 90-day free trial. And as you can see here, I've done a couple of demos, and because I'm using Contact right now for the instruments that I'm using, I have Contact Player. I don't have the full version of Contact, so I have the 15-minute limitation. So what I'm doing is I'm just finding a library that I want to do a demo for, record a quick snippet, and then bounce it to audio. So I want to do a couple of those for you now. Hopefully the sound comes through. What I did the other day, sort of behind the scenes, was I made a list of some of the Spitfire Pianobook libraries, and I made a note of the ones that didn't have demos because those are the ones that I want to do a demo for. Obviously, there are some that had like 7 or 8 demos already, so I didn't want to contribute any more to those because there are plenty of demos up there. So my criteria for me was if it had, I believe, 2 or less demos, I might have even said one or less demos, then I'll go ahead and do a demo for it. So I made a list of the libraries, and I have that in my notes here over here on my iPad. You can't see that right now. So I've already went through today and done, I did 14 so far. And like I said, it bounced it to audio as soon as I record it. So what I'm doing here, I'm just duplicating the last track I had because it has a contact thing already open. Because I'm using the demo, I get this timeout option. All I have to do is hit X up here, and then I look for the next library. I'm on my hard drive here. I have Spitfire. I'm going to Pianobook. And I have a list of 2 or 3 more that I want to find. If they're not here, they may also be in the EXS file, so we'll see if we come across that. But this one, Lo-Fi String Tape Soaked, I have that listed on my notes here as one of the libraries that didn't have a lot of demos. So here we go. I'm going to load this up. And usually I might do one of 2 things. I try to leave the default settings as is just to do a baseline demo of it. So I usually pick a random tempo. I do wish that Logic offered a randomized tempo button. Maybe there is like a dice or something, but you see I put the BPM in some of these, so I did 95. I didn't put one on this one. I think that one was, I should relabel that at some point. That one was 95 also. So I want to keep the tempo there because let's say I bring it into another project or I end up putting them with like a sample pack, which I haven't done yet, but let's say I want to keep some of these sounds and release it as a sample pack. I can keep the tempo and key in there. So I like to put that information in the title. Right now I don't know what the key is going to be, and I'm going to use, so this is the Lo-Fi String Tapes Soaked is the name of that library. So let's say I just want to do something at 105. The key, I don't mess with this here because I'm just playing really freestyling against the tempo. I'm going to disable the looper here only because I just want to play. I don't know how long it'll be, how short it'll be, and we'll just go from there. So let's see how this goes. So one thing I did not do was mute the last thing. So this was the last pad or last Pianobook library I recorded. It was the Ultra Ambient pad. I want to mute that so that it's not playing under what I'm playing. Again, so I sort of heard the sound a little bit, but I don't know what it sounds like. So I'm just freestyling. We'll see if we come up with something good. So that's just a quick demo, and then usually at this point I make the note of that I was playing this in E flat minor, and the BPM, which is the tempo, was 105. Then I hit Control B here, and I'm still learning Logic. I'm learning shortcuts as I go along, so whenever I want to find how I can do something, I look up the shortcut and then try to commit that to memory. I've been doing this 15 times a day now, so I sort of have this shortcut down. Control B will bounce this track, this MIDI track, to audio. So I make a note of the key again here. E flat minor was the key I was playing in. I believe the BPM was, I forgot already, maybe it was 90. That was 105. So I'll change that in a second. But yeah, so that's that. I've done that 15 times today. That's the process I'm going through, sort of come up with these demos. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Again, I'm new to Logic, still trying to figure some things out. So if there's some things that you can help me out with, if I have some questions, if you have questions, let me know. We'll all learn together. We'll go from there. So thank you for checking it out. I'll see you on the next video. This is Marcus the Fingers. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, thanks. Bye.